Thank you. All right. So the next amazing woman we have for you today is Erin. So a little bit about Erin. Erin is a full-time stay-at-home mompreneur with a 7-figure business. After working 25 years in the fashion industry, she hung up her 5-inch heels to become a full-time mom, but that soon changed. Her desire and need to bring income into her family while not missing a beat as a mom was found in the never say never network marketing industry. Erin is collagen obsessed. Yes, girl, me too. Now mom of teens who is sharing the gospel of becoming an entrepreneur, taking back control of your aging, and sharing all things real to become successful. Oh my gosh, I love that. I adore you. Welcome, Erin.
Hi. Oh my gosh, I adore you. I'm super pumped to be with you guys today.
Yay. All right. Yay. Well, girl, I mean, I loved reading your intro. Some of that stuff I knew about you, some I didn't. So please, you take the stage if you want to tell us a little more about you and your journey here with Modere, and then maybe some tips, tricks that you have for us.
Absolutely. Well, I am calling in to you guys today from, I would say sunny, but it's not sunny. I'm calling in to you guys from Houston, Texas. So I have 2 teenage girls, and I think Jenn and I, that's a story within itself that we could do another call on a Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and then some. I'm sure many of you can relate. I came into this industry almost about 10 years ago now. And my biggest thing that I want to share with everybody is not to judge who you think wants to be in this industry. I was in the fashion industry for 25 years, and I started out as a model. And then once I had to go into the working world, I started working on the other side of the camera, and I was an agent at a modeling agency for 15 years between Chicago, New York, and LA, and living my best life until I met my husband, and life got that much better. And I was ready to hang up my heels and be a mom and do all things. And, you know, I think a lot of moms can relate to a lot of things. Like, one, your household might need that extra income, especially these days. And I think even more, just as importantly, as a mom, you're raising these amazing little crazy human beings, and I found myself wanting something more, and that's where I was. And I did it all. I tried the Etsy business. I tried, you know, you name it. I think I tried it, and I was the never say never girl that I really was uneducated about this industry. I didn't know anything other than I think what, you know, the outsiders see of us. And that was me, and I did not know. But I said I would never do it because I was naive, and I didn't know. I didn't know. Don't know what you don't know. So the opportunity presented it to myself many times, and it just wasn't the right timing. And I saw many friends over the years have success, and it looked like they were having fun. And, you know, finally one day I said, why not? And here I am. And from day one, I went all in. I said, you know what, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it for the right reasons. And that's what I do now, is I try and keep everyone focused of why they're doing this and what the future could look like. And I think that's kind of like a hope dealer in terms of, you know, giving moms hope of those little ones that keep you busy and you're living in sweatpants every day, you know, to the what could life look like, you know, when they are teenagers like mine now. So, you know, super honored and just blessed to be able to call myself a mompreneur. And I think it's our job to educate others on what our industry does and what our industry offers. And, you know, I've got 2 girls who watch what I do and like, how do we call this work? So, you know, that's kind of that's who I am now. You know, I'm definitely collagen obsessed. And what I want to share with you guys today is a couple things. Like, one, kind of some of the secrets to how I've gotten to where I am now. my take on what it takes to be successful, and then, whatever else you guys want to talk about. But, I think the word obsessed is kind of, I want to say, necessary right now. I definitely am collagen obsessed, and I think anyone who knows me, it's necessary because you want people to be attracted to that. Like, I am collagen obsessed, and I'll tell you why, because my background in my industry, I didn't mind spending, don't tell my husband, well, he knows now, but I didn't mind spending a good couple $100 on an eye cream. I mean, right?
Right.
I really didn't, because that's what we do. And once I was introduced to the collagen, I didn't need it anymore. So, what people, one of the biggest hurdles maybe a lot of you get is price. And guess what? If you're obsessed with the collagen because I don't have to spend that amount of money on those products anymore, then people can feel that, and people just say, okay, I need it. Okay, I want it. I always say, you couldn't pay me to stop taking collagen because of what it's done for the inside and the outside of not only my body, but countless of hundreds others that I could share with you. And I'm obsessed. And that's the kind of contagiousness that we all have to attract others. Could I tell you all about the collagen? Absolutely. But some people don't care about that. Right. So it's that, and I also am obsessed with helping others financially and for their future. And when you kind of have, and you don't have to have all of the answers. I don't have all of the answers. But I do know that my passion is there, and nobody could talk me out of it. And I think that that's really necessary in what we're doing. And if you don't have that contagiousness, passion, that's not a word, okay? So we'll just pretend it's one today. If you don't have that, that's what these calls are for. That is what SRC is for. That's what, calling any one of us is to gain that passion, because it's contagious to others. So that's kind of the start of what helped me to where I am now, and that I continuously share to others. Will hopefully give you a little bit of insight.
Yeah, gosh, absolutely. I mean, you're firing me up. I know that. And what I want to say is, if it's not like Erin and I, you're collagen obsessed, try some of the other products if that's not it. It is for us, but I have customers that have finally lost that, last 10 pounds that they could not get rid of for a long time because of the trim and the burn pills. That's a huge one. For me, that also regulated my blood sugar. So find something. I've got some people that, a half a packet of Go a day has made all the difference in their brain and their focus, and their family feels their presence. I mean, so we just have so many products, and I think what Erin and I are saying is find that one that you can speak to that is really making a difference for you, right?
Yeah. And I think that, we are so lucky and blessed to have such a wide range of products. I think the key is finding what gets you and then letting that be your hero product. My whole family is Modere obsessed with the Go, the collagen, the probiotics for my children. I mean, gut health is real, y'all. It's something that allows us to introduce our product line to someone, and then the door is open. And once the door is open, they may not want to be or are collagen obsessed yet, but at least it allowed me to open the door to them to say, I'm drinking my Go right now. I mean, it is my mom fog drink. I mean, I don't have that mom fog anymore. So, I carried around, what do people say? What are you drinking? I'm like, oh, I'm drinking my mom fog drink. What's that?
Yep.
We are problem solvers. And I think that's the key of how we're not only having fun to be successful at this business is we're problem solvers. Whether it be weight loss. I mean, I've lost 20 pounds thanks to our trim and our burn. The lean body system is an answer to so many people, but they're not going to knock on our door. We have to shout it from the rooftops. And I think that's where that passion and that obsession with boundaries comes from, is to be able to shout it from the rooftops what you are excited about. And I can be excited about collagen. I can be excited about lean body system once I find out who my audience is and who I'm talking to. And then I can cater to their needs, because at the end of the day, it's not about me, right? Yep. I mean, I can tell you guys that I'm collagen obsessed because we're all like best friends now, but this business is not about me, right? It's about how can I solve someone else's problem? And the number one thing that I have learned to do that is to listen. These calls are like my heart and soul, because we get to hear from other leaders and other inspirations. And I'm dying to be able to hear Jenn and Valerie's story. Why? Because I'm going to get to go share that tomorrow, next week, sometime, because you get to hear stories and put them in your toolbox to share with somebody. But the key to this is listening to whom you're around to be able to solve their problems. And when I was thinking about getting into Modere, my bestest friend and mentor and upline, I don't call her that, but she is, all of that stuff. This is what she said to me. She said, and this is such good nuggets for you guys to take away for somebody who's interested in this business. She said to me, I dare you for the next 5 days to go listen to all of the conversations that are taking place around you. Don't get involved. You don't have to ask questions, but just listen to the conversations that are taking place around you and see if it's something that you could be a problem solver or help them. So, guys, it wasn't 5 days. It was 2 days later, I called her and I said, oh my gosh, my girlfriend was talking about she wanted to lose weight. Oh my gosh, I was at the gym and this random person next to me said their back and their joints were killing them. Oh my gosh, I was at the hair salon and this woman was talking about how her hair is thinning and what could she take. Oh my gosh, I overheard somebody at school talking about how, they just couldn't get rid of that extra weight now that they're aging. I mean, that's when we have been given a gift, and it's up to us to keep sharing. So it didn't take me 5 days. It took me 48 hours, and I was like, I'm in. I can do this. I want to be that person that can help others. So hopefully that helps you. But for the person that's thinking about the industry, listen, but give them the tools to say, you can do this. And, we're a business for some-timers, part-timers, and full-timers. There isn't, a single person who couldn't thrive in this business, but it's up to us to tell them.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, that is so true. And I absolutely love that. What a great thing to do is just to tell yourself or, challenge yourself to listen to people and conversations, because I think a lot of us just go through our day not really paying much attention, right? So if you're listening there are a lot of people suffering right now, a lot of people needing solutions, whether, like you said, it's in creating another income or, having more money for their family, or a health challenge they're going through, because when you don't have your health, life gets really hard, right? So it's, there are people that need us, and I think so many of us get in our own head about things when if we make it about them, like you said, Erin, it's wait, hold on, this has actually really made a difference for me, and really sharing that. So I love that. What a great tip.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So is there anything else that you kind of for that newbie or somebody who's maybe wanting to relaunch or really make 2024 the year that they kind of, really do break out and make a difference and get on that stage and whatnot? Was there anything else you wanted to share?
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay. Guys, here's what I want to share with you guys. And you can love me or hate me all in between, but let's go with love me. Here's what I say is that you have to go all in and you have to focus. And, there is so much going on around us in this world, in our businesses, in everything. And I think I shared it with Jenn and I know John recently that, I know that, first of all, two things. You can't expect to chase a squirrel if you're chasing a bunch of them. So you can't be chasing squirrels and catch any of them. So I, from day one, have kept my focus on my Modere business, period. And you cannot shake me. I will not do anything else. Why? Because it'll dilute what I am building for my family and for our future. And so what I want to, and I'll pass it back to you guys, but like what I am so passionate about right now and hopefully can pass on to you guys is focus on your Modere business, whether that be 1 hour a day, 30 minutes a day, for whatever it is. Like, again, we are a home to meet you where you are. And at the same time, go all in. Be at SRC. Leaders are born at events. We want to hug you, love you, pour into you, and we want to get you to this business of whatever you want. And at the same time, I've never strayed my course. So, it is what we make of it, and it's fun. And when you do that, I have found such joy in my life and in my marriage and in my motherhood and the new friendships that I have all over the world because of this. There isn't anything that could get me off of my course. So, what I'm hoping to leave you guys with today is whatever you're doing, you have a golden egg opportunity, and it will become what you want of it if you focus on it. And, anyone who has, seen a squirrel and looked sideways, like, it's time to come back and focus on what we have, because 2024 is going to be the biggest year we've had yet. Like, we have scratched the surface in years past, and I'm so blessed for what that has done for my family and for our teams and for this business. But it is nothing compared to what is coming. And oh my gosh, every single one of us deserves it. And you've got to have 2 feet in. Like, you guys have maybe heard the story about, like, where are you at in the swimming pool? Like, get in the deep end. Like, there are others in the deep end. Like, get out of the shallow end where you're still waiting and your feet can touch the ground. Get in the deep end. Like, that's where the fun happens. And there's so many leaders that want to pour into you and help you thrive in the deep end, but you got to get in the deep end, because that's where, like, the magic happens. And you can't make magic happen unless you're both feet in. So that's kind of my passion right now going into 2024 is, like, link arms with those that want to link arms with you and go big or go home, for sure.
Amen. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good, and I totally agree. It's it's lukewarm, takes a long time to boil if it ever gets there, right? So turn it up, and now's the time, and I couldn't agree more. Thank you so much, Erin, for that and for your contribution. And are you going to be in Long Beach?
Heck yeah, girl. Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Yay. Okay. Yes. We'll have a big hug.
Yes, definitely. Thanks for having me.
Amazing.
It's been so awesome, and you guys are just amazing and rock stars, and I can't wait to see everybody in California.
Yay. All right. That's amazing. Okay.